Hello everyone, welcome back to the Coffee and English channel. I am Sam.
And I am James. Welcome to our special masterclass video.
Today, we are going to do something very ambitious. We are going to explain all the English tenses in 1 hour.
Many students find grammar boring or difficult. They get confused about when to say I eat and when to say I am eating.
Or when to say I went versus I have gone.
Exactly. But do not worry. We are going to make this simple. We will explain the rule, and then we will give you real examples.
Think of tenses as time travel. They tell us if an action happened yesterday, is happening now, or will happen tomorrow.
Let's start at the very beginning, the present.
There are two main ways to talk about the present. The first one is the present simple.
We use the present simple for 3 things: habits, routines, and facts.
Habits are things you do often. James, tell me a habit of yours.
I drink coffee every morning.
Good. I drink. That is present simple. He does it every day. It is a routine.
Sam, tell me a fact. A fact is something that is always true.
The sun rises in the east.
Perfect. Rises. It is a fact. We do not say the sun is rising in the east unless we are looking at it right now. We say it rises because it happens every day.
Let's practice a short conversation. I will ask James about his daily routine. Scene 1, daily routine. So James, what do you do on weekends?
On Saturdays, I usually wake up at 8 a.m. I make breakfast for my family.
That sounds nice. What does your wife do?
She goes to the gym. She loves exercise. Note the S there. She goes, she loves.
Yes, remember the golden rule. For he, she, or it, we add an S to the verb.
After breakfast, we clean the house. We do not like a messy house.
Do not. That is the negative form. I do not, you do not, he does not.
Exactly. So that is the present simple. Use it for your life story, your job, and your habits.
Now let's look at the second tense, the present continuous.
Sometimes we call this the progressive tense. We use this for actions that are happening right now.
Exactly, at this moment. To make this tense, you need the verb to be plus a verb ending in ing.
For example, right now, I am speaking.
And right now, you are listening.
We are not talking about habits. We are talking about this exact second.
Let's compare them. James, do you wear glasses?
No, I do not wear glasses.
But are you wearing a hat right now?
Yes, I am wearing a hat.
Let's practice a conversation. Imagine I am calling James on the phone. Scene 2. Hello, James.
Hi, Sam.
Are you busy? What are you doing?
I am cooking dinner. The water is boiling for the pasta.
Oh, sorry to disturb you. Is your brother there?
Yes, but he is busy too. He is washing the car outside.
And what about your dog? Is he barking?
No, the dog is sleeping on the sofa. He is dreaming.
Okay, I will call you back later when you are not cooking.
Thanks, bye.
Did you hear the difference? Cooking, boiling, washing, sleeping? These are temporary actions.
So remember, use present simple for every day. Use present continuous for right now.
Part 2, the past tenses.
Now let's step into our time machine. We are going back to yesterday. We are going to the past.
The most common tense for telling stories is the past simple.
We use the past simple for actions that finished in the past.
They are over. They are done.
To make the past simple, we usually add ed to the end of the verb.
For example, walk, walked. Play, played. Cook, cooked.
These are called regular verbs. But English is a crazy language. We also have irregular verbs.
These verbs change completely. You just have to memorize them. Go, went. Eat, ate. See, saw.
Let's tell a story about last weekend using the past simple. Scene 3, last weekend.
James, what did you do last weekend?
I went to the cinema on Saturday.
Oh, really? What did you see?
I saw the new action movie. It was great.
Did you eat popcorn?
Yes, I ate a huge bucket of popcorn. And I drank a soda.
What time did you get home?
I got home very late. I walked through the door at midnight. I was very tired, so I slept immediately.
Excellent. Went, saw, ate, drank, got, walked, slept. All finished actions.
But Sam, what if we want to talk about an action that was happening in the middle of the past?
Then we use the past continuous.
This tense sets the scene. It describes a longer action that was interrupted.
The formula is was, were plus verb ing.
For example, I was eating dinner when the phone rang.
Was eating is the long action. Rang is the short action that interrupted it.
Let's practice this mixture of tenses. It is very common for police investigations.
Imagine I am a police officer asking James where he was last night. Scene 4, the police interview. Where were you last night at 8 p.m.?
I was sitting in my living room.
What were you doing?
I was reading a book and drinking tea.
Did you hear a noise?
Yes, while I was reading, I suddenly heard a loud crash outside.
What did you do then?
I stood up and looked out the window.
Was it raining?
Yes, it was raining heavily. A car was driving too fast and it hit a tree.
So, the driving happened over time, but the crash happened in 1 second.
Exactly. It was driving, and then bang, it hit.
Part 3, the perfect tenses.
Now we come to the most difficult part for many students, the present perfect.
Students hate this tense, but it is actually very beautiful. It is the bridge between the past and the present.
We use the present perfect for 2 main reasons. Reason 1, life experience. Reason 2, unfinished time.
To make it, you use have, has, plus the past participle. Eat, ate, eaten. See, saw, seen. Go, went, gone.
Let's look at reason 1, experience. If I say, I visited Paris last year, that is past simple. We know the time.
But if I say, I have visited Paris, that is present perfect. I am not telling you when. I am just telling you that I have the memory. It is part of my life experience. We often use the word ever with this tense. Have you ever? Scene 5. Have you ever?
Sam, have you ever eaten sushi?
Yes, I have eaten it many times. I love it.
Have you ever been to Japan?
No, I have never been to Japan, but I want to go.
Have you seen the movie Titanic?
Yes, I have seen it 3 times.
Notice that Sam didn't say when she saw it. She just said she has the experience.
Now let's look at reason 2, unfinished time. We often use the words for and since. James, how long have you lived in this city?
I have lived here for 5 years.
Does that mean you moved away?
No, I have lived means I started 5 years ago and I still live here now.
Compare that to past simple. I lived in London for 2 years.
That means I do not live in London anymore. It is finished.
Let's practice distinguishing these two. Scene 6, job interview.
So, tell me about your career.
Well, I have worked as a teacher for 10 years.
Where did you work before?
I worked at a high school from 2010 to 2015.
Have you ever taught children?
Yes, I have taught children many times.
When did you teach them?
I taught a class of children last summer.
Perfect. See how we switch back and forth? General expression, present perfect. Specific details, past simple.
Part 4, the perfect continuous.
Okay, we are getting advanced now. Let's look at the present perfect continuous.
This is a very long name for a tense, but the meaning is simple. It is for an action that started in the past, continued for a long time, and is still happening.
The formula is have/has plus been plus verb ing.
For example, I have been waiting here for 2 hours.
This emphasizes the duration. It emphasizes the time.
Imagine you are wet and dirty. You walk into the house. Your mother asks, "What have you been doing?"
You say, I have been playing football in the rain.
The playing explains why you are wet now. Scene 7, late for a meeting.
James, you were late.
I am so sorry.
I have been waiting for you since 9 a.m. That is 45 minutes.
I know. I have been trying to call you, but my phone died.
What happened?
I have been driving around in circles. I couldn't find a parking spot.
Well, sit down. We have been working on this project all morning.
I am ready to start now.
Here is block 2 of your Complete Tenses Masterclass script. Copy and paste this directly after block 1 to complete your full video script. 1-hour script. Complete English Tenses, Part 5, the Past Perfect.
Welcome back. We have looked at the present and the past. But what happens when we have 2 actions in the past?
This is where we need the past perfect.
Imagine a timeline. Here is now, Here is yesterday, and here is the day before yesterday.
The past perfect is the past of the past. We use it to show which action happened first.
The formula is had plus past participle.
For example, when I arrived at the station, the train had left.
Think about that sentence. Two things happened. The train left, I arrived.
Because the train left first, we say the train had left.
If you use the past simple for both, it changes the meaning. When I arrived, the train left. This means I arrived and then the train left immediately. I probably caught the train.
But the train had left means I missed it. It was already gone.
Let's practice a scenario where everything went wrong because things happened in the wrong order. Scene 8, a bad day.
James, why were you so upset yesterday?
It was a disaster. I went to the cinema to see the movie, but I was late.
Did you see the movie?
No. When I got to the cinema, the movie had already finished.
Oh no. Did you buy another ticket?
I tried, but I realized I had left my wallet at home.
You left your wallet before you went to the cinema.
Exactly. And I was hungry because I had not eaten breakfast.
So 3 things happened before you got to the cinema. The movie had finished, you had left your wallet, you had not eaten breakfast.
Yes, it was the worst day ever.
Part 6, the future tenses.
Okay, let's leave the past behind. Let's look forward. Let's talk about the future. English is funny because we don't have just one future tense. We have 2 main ways to talk about the future: will and going to. Students always ask, what is the difference? Here is the simple rule. Use going to for plans and evidence. Use will for predictions and instant decisions. Let's look at going to. If I bought a plane ticket to Mexico last week, I have a plan. So I say, I am going to fly to Mexico.
I do not say I will fly to Mexico because it is not a new decision. It is a plan.
Now let's look at will. Imagine the phone is ringing right now. Ring, ring.
I say I will get it.
He decided right now. He didn't plan to answer the phone yesterday.
Also, we use will for promises. I will love you forever, or I will help you with your homework.
Let's practice the difference in a conversation about the weekend. Scene 9, weekend plans. James, do you have any plans for this weekend?
Yes, I am going to visit my mother. We are going to have lunch together.
That sounds nice. What about Sunday?
I am going to watch the football game with my friends.
Oh, I forgot my wallet. I have no money for lunch.
Don't worry, I will lend you some money.
Thank you. I will pay you back tomorrow.
Look at those dark clouds in the sky.
Oh, wow. It is going to rain.
Why did you say going to?
Because I see the dark clouds. That is evidence. I am sure it is going to happen. Part 7, advanced future tenses. We have 2 more future tenses. These are for advanced speakers who want to be very precise.
First, the future continuous. Formula, will be plus verb ing.
Use this to talk about an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future.
For example, don't call me at 8 p.m. tonight.
Why not?
Because I will be watching my favorite TV show.
I will be in the middle of watching it.
Second, the future perfect. Formula, will have plus past participle.
Use this to say that an action will be finished by a certain time.
For example, call me at 9 p.m.
Why?
Because I will have finished my TV show by then.
Let's practice scheduling a meeting using these advanced tenses. Scene 10, scheduling a meeting. James, can we meet tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.?
No, I can't. At 10 a.m., I will be driving to work.
Okay, what about 11 a.m.?
No, at 11 a.m., I will be having a meeting with my boss.
Okay, what about 2 p.m.?
Yes, by 2 p.m., I will have finished my meeting.
Perfect. And we can finish by 4 p.m.?
Yes, I will have sent all my emails by 4 p.m., so I will be free.
Congratulations! We have covered all the major English tenses.
Let's do a master review. We are going to take one simple sentence and change it through all the tenses we learned today.
The sentence is, I eat pizza.
Okay, let's travel through time.
Present simple.
I eat pizza every Friday.
Present continuous.
Look at me, I am eating pizza right now.
Past simple.
I ate pizza yesterday.
Past continuous.
I was eating pizza when you called me.
Present perfect.
I have eaten pizza in Italy before.
Present perfect continuous.
I have been eating pizza for 30 minutes. I'm full.
Past perfect.
I wasn't hungry because I had eaten pizza before I arrived.
Future going to.
I bought the ingredients. I am going to eat pizza tonight.
Future will.
I am hungry.
Future continuous. Don't call me at 7 p.m. I will be eating pizza.
Future perfect. Come over at 8 p.m. I will have eaten the pizza by then.
Wow, that was a lot of grammar.
It was, but look at how much you learned. You now have the keys to unlock any time period in English.
Remember, you do not need to memorize these formulas instantly.
The best way to learn tenses is to listen.
When you watch a movie or listen to this podcast, pay attention to the verbs. Ask yourself, why did they say went instead of gone?
Or why did they say am going to instead of will?
If you listen carefully, your brain will learn the patterns naturally.
We hope this masterclass helped you.
If you want more videos like this, please leave a comment below.
Tell us, what is the most difficult tense for you? Is it the present perfect or the future?
Let us know, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Coffee and English channel.
Thank you for studying with us today. You did a great job.
Keep practicing, and we will see you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye!